Hello guys, today I'm going to be CADing risk 1 for you guys. So first of all, click Part, click OK, and now you want to click on this button to start your sketch. After you click this button, you'll be directed to multiple planes you can draw your sketch on. We'll choose the XZ plane for risk 1. After we click that, the very first thing we need to do is draw a circle. Click the circle button over here and draw a random circle. Then click on the dimension button over here and make sure it equals 6 inches. After you do that, I want you to draw a line with the construction key. Click on the construction key and draw a line by clicking over here. And as you guys can see, this line is dotted. Make sure to click on the circle and click on the construction line to also make it dotted. Now, click on the rectangle button, drop down, and click the 3-point button. I want you to choose any random 3 points within the circle. Now that we have that done, I want you to click the Constraint button over here, perpendicular constraint. After you click this, I want you to click this yellow line over here in the center and the top of the rectangle. And there we go. Now, I want you guys to label this side of the rectangle with a dimension key. After you click on this side, you'll be directed to a number. Here, I want you guys to write specifically 5.631. By doing so, you can avoid some complicated mathematics and get your shape like that instantly. Now that we have that done, I want you guys to make this part 5 inches. Make sure to click on the dimension key, make sure it's highlighted. Click on this side, drag it to the side, delete it, and press 5 for 5 inches. Now that we have that done, let's draw our arc. I want you to press the button down for arc, press arc with a center point, and press the center of the circle. Feel free to draw any type of arc. Let's go with something like this. Then, make sure to right-click and press Cancel to get out of arc drawing. Then, I want you to press Line, click the center, and click the end of the arc. Press right-click and Cancel to get out of it. Press Line again, press the center, and press onto the edge of the other arc. Then, like always, press right-click and left-click on Cancel to get out. Now that we have that done, let's give some of our arc labels. We want to make sure this thing over here is 10 inches. Now, unlike before, just because you press onto this line doesn't automatically show you the right dimension. After you press on this line, let me show you guys too again. Click on dimension. And after you press on this line, I want you to click over here or over here. Let's click over here. And boom. You got the correct dimensions. Now that we have that done, let's draw our rectangles. Let's draw our rectangle. Make sure to put it 3 points. One on the center of the circle, one on the edge of the arc, and one just randomly placed anywhere. One in the center of the circle, one at the other edge of the arc, and one anywhere. All right, let's set our dimensions for these rectangles now. I want you to make sure this is 2 inches, and so is this equal to 2 inches. Now that's done, we need to do some precise modeling. Let's shift this a little bit to the left so we have things a little bit easier, like that. With that, let's create a line with the intersection of the yellow line to the circle. This may be a little bit tricky since there are a lot of points over here, so let's try to help us make it a little bit more easier, like that. Now you can see a clear distinction, but you can't grab onto the intersection. What you have to do is put a line from that intersection of the yellow and the circle to the edge of the yellow rectangle. Let's do the same for over here. Let's get the intersection between the yellow and the circle and draw the line all the way over here. Now that we have that done, let's put our dimensions over this point and that point. And it will give you some random number, in this case 7.8. Now, let's do the same for over here. Be careful to choose the right point, since there is a cluster of points over here. We want to get the circle and the yellow. We zoom in with our scroll wheel, we click this part, and we also click that part, and we'll get some random number. Instead of clicking a random number, click and delete, and rather than typing your number in, press onto this white line, 7.8. And boom, you have an angle ready for you. Now that we have that done, let's edit our dimensions. I want you to make sure that this line and that line will amount to 157 degrees. With that done, all you have to do is click Finish Sketch. Now, remember guys, this sketch is finished, but in order to convert this 2D image to a 3D image, you must make sure to draw actual lines. As you guys can see, all of these lines are dotted, which means that the computer does not actually recognize these lines. Now, if you have been following me so far, this button should have been highlighted all the time. Click this button again to unhighlight it. Then, grab the line button and start tracing your actual image. Let's trace it here to this point. Remember to always go to the outward edge. Click on this point to here, here to here. Remember to click on the most outerwards edge. Click on here to here, here to here. And now for the circle part, let's just use an arc. Put your center over here, grab a point, stretch it all the way to here. Now that we have that done, we can finish our sketch and extrude it. Now, since 1 inch is a little bit too thick, let's set it something like 0.25 and press OK. Now, you have successfully created wrist 1. Good luck with modeling.